Hey, St. Luke's. Just want to touch base with you. A lot's happened in a week. Just a week ago, I'd sent out an email to our staff and said, hey, would you do some research, check on these things, get together? We're going to meet together. And so we met together a week ago tomorrow and began to put together a plan as we looked at communication. How are we going to communicate in the middle of this time? How are we going to care in the midst when we can't do that physically, when we're accustomed to that? How are we going to worship? As I shared the Sunday before, that my concern and fear was that was the last time we were going to gather together physically, and it has been. And so how do we worship in new methods and yet still worship God and still grow? How do we continue to give to God through the local church and give of our resources and abilities? How do we continue to grow spiritually and provide those options when we can't gather in the building? And then what are those prayer opportunities that we have? And I was just so encouraged that when we sat around the table at the staff, they all said, this is a great opportunity. Yeah, definitely a lot of great concern, not knowing what's going to happen, but everybody around the table said, this is a great opportunity. We have a great staff. Selfless, caring, creative, being able to come together, and in just a short time, less than a week, we've been able to be at a whole different place with our communication, with our worship, with the ways that we're able to give that just literally were not in place a week ago. Thankful for the collaboration and the care and the work of an incredible team. Actually had the chance to meet last Thursday via electronic communication with our leadership. And just the leadership is on board, finding ways to continue to be the church in the middle of that, asking great questions and encouraging. I'm reminded of Galatians, the 6th chapter, verses 9 through 10. It says, so let us not grow weary in doing what is right, for we will reap at harvest time if we do not give up. So then, whenever we have an opportunity, let us work for the good of all, and especially those of the family of faith. You know, we're continuing to work hard for the family of faith here, but I also know the heart of this church is to not just work for those that have gathered, but to be able to reach its community, to reach our community. And so this is a great opportunity because our staff and our leadership has seen this as an incredible opportunity. Your prayers have been felt. Your words of encouragement, your text, your notes on Facebook, different emails, and just the phone calls we have been able to feel. We wanted to continue to reach out to you. You know, the general rules of the people called Methodists say, do no harm. And so we're continuing to find ways to not do harm in the middle of this, to do good. How do we find those ways to do good? As the scripture says, every opportunity. And then to attend to the ordinances of faith. And those are really the practices that help us stay connected to God, help us to stay connected to each other. And so I just wanted to take a moment and to reach out and to say thank you for all that you've done. I'm so pleased and proud of our staff and our leadership that in a very short time has put us into just an incredible place to continue to do this. As the governor has now called for a lockdown, so to speak, until April, starting tomorrow. You know, how do we continue to adjust? He sees that the church is a vital service, and yet we're limited in how do we do that. And so I just wanted to reach out through a simple method like this to be able to say thank you for who you are. You have a great staff. We have a great staff. We have a great leadership team that's continuing to work in the middle of all of this, and we'll get through this. And let us know if there's anything that you need. We'll continue to respond the best we can. But know that the best thing we can do is to be the hands and feet, be the scattered people of God wherever we are, and to offer that. Find those opportunities when you do go out. One of the things that I've tried to do is to say words of encouragement, words of prayer for those on the front line, those checkout people, those stocking shelves, just fellow shoppers. How can you and I bring the presence of Christ wherever we may be? So let us continue to be the people of God. Continue to find opportunities that are here. Sure, there's a lot that we could be frustrated with. There's a lot that we can be concerned about, and rightfully so. But the other thing, there's a lot of opportunities, and we're continuing to find out what they are. So continue to be the church. Thank you.